Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to League Alliance presents Gusher Days, Gladewater, Texas. I'm Zach Beard as always, and joined today by new commissioner of League Alliance, Justin Sane. Welcome to the Switch booth, Justin Sane.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
What's going on, Gusher Days? All right, my name is Slim. I'm the voice of League Alliance Wrestling. We're an independent professional wrestling organization based out of Marshall, Texas. Every third weekend of the month, we rock gym and we do our thing. And for the last 7 years, Gusher Days has allowed us to come out here and show what we're all about. Two big shows for you today. One right now and then another one at 4 o'clock. Tell your friends, be loud, be crazy, but most importantly, enjoy the show. Let's get this thing going. Our opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way to the ring first, Mike Brando.
All right, as the voice of League Alliance, Slim Matthew alluded to, usually we're coming to you from D-Rock's gym for League Alliance, but today we're in Gladewater, Texas for Gusher Days, and we're starting off hot with former Lionheart champion Aaron Rydell taking on upstart rookie Mike Brando.
I think this is going to be a great match. It's going to be coming back from the classic, the wrestling classic last weekend.
And his opponent making his way to the ring, here's the black-hearted outlaw, Aaron Rydell.
You know, Zach, I've been punched by Rydell quite a few times. It does not feel good.
I can't imagine. He is absolutely a brutal brawler. I would say the most brutal brawler we have in League Alliance.
One of the most physical competitors that we have.
But I'm sure we'll be talking a lot about Aaron Rydell in this matchup. I want to start with Mike Brando. You know, Mike Brando has had 3 matches in League Alliance. 2 of them have been title matches. 1 of them a number 1 contenders match. The man has never wrestled without stakes until today.
This is going to be a true test for him. One-on-one with Aaron Rydell. I'm excited for it. Rydell just calling him in. Just calling him, just challenging him.
Rydell obviously not afraid to exchange strikes.
No, he is not.
And I'm not sure there's anybody in League Alliance I'd rather exchange strikes with less.
It's not fun, Zach. It's not fun.
2 count for Mike Brando. Mike Brando holding his own against Aaron Rydell right now. Maybe a little bit of a surprise. But as I said, he's been on a roll since he's debuted.
He took Chris Preston to the limit in their digital media match. And then he had multiple shots to win his 4-way.
Another 2 count for Mike Brando, regularly on top of Aaron Rydell to start this matchup. You got to wonder if losing his Lionheart Championship last week and Marshall at League of Lions, the Wrestling Classic 10. If that's in Rydell's head and is why he's, you know.
He's not used to coming to that ring without a title. Former tag team champion, former Lionheart champion. This is it right here.
Yeah.
This is exactly where Brando does not want to be.
This is where the test comes for Brando. Because it's easy when you're on top, but with Rydell, you don't usually stay on top for long.
No, absolutely not. Cannot help but talk trash to these fans either.
That being said, the reason I wanted you on commentary with me today is I want to talk about your new commissionership. I know you're going to be too busy on our regular scheduled shows, but you know, on a nice, relaxing show for a festival crowd, we can have time to sit down and talk. So, tell me about the Just Insane era. What do we have to look forward to? Hopefully more of these exchanges with Rydell and Brando.
That's my goal. That's my goal right there. I mean, if you looked at Brando's chest, get a good look at it whenever you can. His chest is the color of Rydell's pants right now.
It looks like the ground beef aisle at the supermarket.
But I'm fully planning on having as much as I can, just like this right here.
And despite the punishment, Brando is showing a lot of heart. He's shown in his previous 3 matches that he will not back down from a challenge, and he will not stay down.
No, he's not going to back down. He's a graduate of the School of Lions. One of the main things they teach there, don't give up.
Beautiful suplex from Mike Brando. And another 2 count. And obviously, as I alluded to, this is the first match he's been in without real stakes. But a win over a former Lionheart champion, that obviously does a ton for your career.
For sure. That's going to put Brando right back in the Lionheart championship picture.
Oh, and 2 rakes to the back from Aaron Rydell.
Have you ever been punched by Rydell?
Thankfully, no. I don't know if I'd still be able to talk to you if I had been.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. Don't do it. It's not a good idea.
Two count from Aaron Rydell. Perhaps would have been a 3 count if he wouldn't have taken his time to soak in the response from the crowd, negative though it may be.
Aaron Rydell does not care. He does not care if they love him or if they hate him. That's what's got him as far as it has in professional wrestling.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to talk to Rydell a few times. He even joined me for commentary at one point, and it seems like really all he cares about is the next fight.
All he cares about is fighting. That's it. If Rydell's not punching somebody in the mouth, he's thinking about the next person he's punching in the mouth. For a figure 4?
Smart technical wrestling is a lot harder to punch somebody in the face if you can't stand.
I don't think I've ever seen Rydell give up. could be wrong. I've been wrong once before. But I don't think I've ever seen him tap out.
And just a notice to the crowd, where we're at in Gladewater, Texas, on Main Street, we have train tracks right next to us. We're going to have to mute the audio at certain points as trains passes. We apologize for the inconvenience.
That train, you don't want to hear it. I know I don't.
Another train we have coming up soon came the train, Matthew. He'll be in action, I believe, next, right? Teaming with his partner, Monster Creed.
Yeah, they'll be in action next.
You got to imagine they'll have a chip on their shoulder after Rob Boris coming in and attacking them in their tag team championship opportunity last week.
Yeah, I want to know what Rob Boris' motives were behind that.
You know, it's hard to know what Rob Boris is thinking at any given time. Oh, a quick roll up from Rydell, 2 count.
Brando got out of it.
Brando was going back for that figure 4. Beautiful clothesline. Not able to capitalize on it, though.
Our referee, JJ, might want to stay out of the way.
Rapid fire chop, shades of Satoshi Kojima.
Brando not in a good spot now.
Rapid fire chops from Aaron Rydell.
Not in a good spot for Mike Brando.
I think, as much as I don't like Rydell's tactic, quick roll up, 1, 2 count from Mike Brando. Beautiful Shining Wizard. Another 2 count for Mike Brando.
Referee getting a little mouthy with our other officials over here.
As I alluded to, as much as I don't like the way Aaron Rydell always does business, I think he said it best, and the exchange of rapid fire chops is a perfect example of it. In his championship showcase match, which he won against our other singles champions, digital media champion Chris Winston and League Alliance champion T.D. Shepard, he said, "You can't do it like I do," and he proves that in and out of this ring constantly.
If I had to choose anyone in League Alliance to have my back, I may not agree with his tactics, but Aaron Rydell, he's the guy. Those guys struggling to get up.
Both competitors to their feet at 6. Rydell seems to be struggling hard to get it together. Brando, hands behind his back.
Him. This kid has got guts, Zach.
The bravery is admirable, but I'm not sure how smart it is.
It is not right.
And ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, we have the train passing. We're unfortunately going to have to mute our audio for the moment. We'll be back with you as soon as the train passes. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back with you now that the train has passed, and unfortunately we weren't here for the call, but Aaron Rydell getting the 3 count on Mike Brando. But Mike Brando back to his feet. The heart of this kid is amazing.
All right, what do you think, Gusher Days?
The chest of this kid, not so much.
Oh, no,
Not after that match.
Every third Saturday of the month, we take over D-Rock's Gym in Marshall, Texas. It's located at 315 Pope Street. We would love to have each and every one of you make the trip over and check us out. We're going to get it going. Let's go.
Let me wrestle. I can win. I promise. Yes, I can. Y'all don't know me. Let me wrestle. Let's get him good.
Justin, looks like we got a couple 10-year-olds ready to take on a tag team match over there. I don't know if you're talent scouting today.
No, I'm not interested in little ones. Not yet. Give them a few years.
Give them a few years, we'll give them the card to the League Alliance, the School Alliance.
There we go.
The following contest is tag team matches scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way to the ring first, he is the Ring Warrior, Tiger T.
Do you have any idea what that is in Tiger T that he carries to the ring with him? Those batons?
I don't. I've seen him use them as a weapon on occasion, but I haven't got a chance to find out what they're made of.
I'm going to find out one day.
Well, as a commissioner, I suppose you can, have an audit of wrestlers' gear and find out.
I probably could, couldn't I?
Yeah, you have the power now.
I'm new to this whole commissioner thing, so
It's a scary prospect, huh? You with the power?
not sure exactly what I can and can't do, you know?
And his tag team partner, making his way to Ethan Greenville.
This is a very interesting team.
Bit of an odd couple. Tiger T and Ethan Daniels, I'm not sure that they've ever teamed together, and they
never
don't
have.
seem to be getting along either.
They've
Which-
never teamed together, ever.
Against a well-oiled machine like conducting Creed, it's having issues with your tag partner does not bode well.
No, it does not.
And you would know. Let me see if I can get all this right. Former member of the Brotherhood, former member of Project Asylum, former member of the Human Errors.
Yep.
There's another one I'm forgetting.
That's it.
You and Jeremy Preston, Project Asylum. I believe y'all went by another name at one point too.
No, that was it. We were members of the Brotherhood, and we branched off to form Project Asylum.
Okay, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
But a ton of tag team experience. I'm sure that you have a lot of insights into these types of matches.
You know, I've actually, Human Errors, Chris Creed was a part of that.
Absolutely.
Although we never won tag team titles, I'm not sure why. We never even got a chance. But that was one of the most amazing times of my career.
And you mentioned not getting a chance. I have a feeling with you, that's not going to be a thing in League of Legends under your reign.
Absolutely not. If you're showing, to me, if you're showing that you deserve it, you're going to get a shot.
And that's Monster Creed checks our official as well.
We spoke about him being in the Human Errors as well. That old Human Errors tactic.
Just have to be sure. Can't trust these referees.
No, you can't.
I should know I was one.
That's why we can't trust him.
The quality has only gone up since I
Absolutely.
transitioned.
Why do you think you were put on commentary, Zach?
Counting was hard enough. Imagine talking.
We figured we had to keep you somewhere.
If you want to know how bad I am at commentary, just check the commentary from Out of Luck. I did not pay the math budget while determining where you stood in the Commissioner Series. I believe at one point I said y'all were tied 2-1.
How is that a tie?
As I said, I didn't pay the math budget that night. Oh!
That's not a good place to be either.
Absolutely not. And Creed specializes in putting you in rough spots.
Ethan Daniel over there.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh. Kane, what are you doing?
Tiger T between a rock and a hard place for sure. And here comes the hard place.
You know, I said earlier that getting punched by Rydell was one of the worst things about wrestling. I may have to take that back.
Really, anywhere in the ring with Kane and Creed as your opponents is a rough place to be.
Absolutely.
They're strong, big men, and they know how to use it.
Absolutely.
Never. You will never shush me. You will never shush me. You can't pay me enough. That shook me up.
That wasn't even a pop. That was a thud.
Monster Creed, a smile on his face as he caves in Tiger T's chest. And Tiger T went to the wrong corner.
That's not a good place to be for Tiger T. Little forearms from Tiger, not even affecting Creed.
But these massive shoulder thrusts in the corners are affecting Tiger T completely. And we've seen this before. A beautiful sliding clothesline from the Monster Creed. And a 2 count.
Ethan Daniel just going in on Tiger T.
But you notice he didn't lift a finger to try to break up the pinfall. Oh, and
No, I'm thinking Ethan just wants to stand there and talk.
a thumb to the eye lets Tiger T take the advantage on the Monster Creed. Tiger T usually is very effective with those chops, but
Against the guy the size of Creed, no.
he's got a lot of chest to chop there, and it still ain't getting it. Oh! And the chop taking Tiger T off his feet.
That one had an effect.
Another 2 count from Monster Creed on Tiger T. And, okay, you said that getting punched in the face by Rydell was the roughest spot, and we talked about Creed's, or Kane's, I'm sorry, rock in a hard place choice in the corner. But would you rather take one of those or one of those massive chops from the Monster Creed?
Zach, I'm not making a decision on that. I'm not doing it. They're both bad.
And what's worse than one powerhouse hitting you? 2 powerhouses hitting you.
Tiger T raking the eyes again. Now he's trying to break his arm.
You know, as many shortcuts as we see Tiger T take, he might be the most technically proficient wrestler we have currently in legal.
Absolutely.
And a tag into Ethan Daniels.
Finally getting into this matchup.
Odd couple though they may be, a nice little show of them working together. I'll tell you, as little as I may like about Ethan Daniels, I am a big fan of the Crow. It's nice to see him showing a Crow shirt today.
least you know he's got good taste in movies.
That may be the only thing he has good taste in.
Maybe.
But a very effective wrestler in the ring.
You know, one guy in League of Lions I've never been in the ring with.
You looking to change that? You looked good in the main event last month.
Nope, not looking to change that. I've got hit with my fair share of trash cans and cookie sheets.
Kane the Train Matthew. Kane the Train Matthew taking control again. And not for long as Ethan Daniels floors him with a clothesline. And getting into Monster Creed's face is not a smart decision. But as the referee tries to get the Monster Creed out of the ring, Tiger T and Ethan Daniels laying the beat down on Kane the Train Matthew.
And there was no tag right there.
Monster Creed having a strategy session with a couple fans over here.
These kids telling him what he needs to do. Not sure how effective it's going to be or if Creed's going to listen to him. Meanwhile, in the ring, Tiger T is laying waste to Kane.
I gotta say, it looks like we're getting a more fun Monster Creed today. I've seen both sides of it. The human errors, he was, happy, joyful competitor, but I've also seen him fully lean into the monster that he is. And
That was hard knee to the face.
oh! Impressive showing on the German suplex to Kane the Train Matthews.
Even impressed his partner that doesn't seem to be impressed by him very much.
And it gets a 2 count. Oh, and a choke from Tiger T.
I mean, he kicked out. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, he lost his tape.
Got these little kids out of the fans yelling for Kane to get up.
Oh, and a double clothesline. Both men had the same idea. Crowd is firmly behind Kane the Train Matthew and Monster Creed. As they
Trying to get 'em
typically
rallied
are.
up. Tag made by Kane, tag made by Tiger T.
Ethan Daniels looks to be busted open on his arm there. Oh, and a thumb to the eye from Ethan Daniels.
Taking a page from Tiger T.
And tags Tiger T in, but Tiger T does not look happy about it. As Monster Creed tags in Kane the Train Matthews.
I didn't get paid enough for that. I didn't get paid enough for that.
What are we going to see here from Tiger T?
Oh,
Well, doesn't look like we're going to see much.
not the spot you want to be if you're Tiger T. And a
Absolutely
tag
not.
from the Monster
seen
Creed.
this.
And we've seen this. Oh, massive
That's
slam.
gotta be it.
2 and a 3 count on the Monster Creed.
Ethan Daniels just standing there, didn't even attempt to make a save.
And Ethan Daniels, letting Tiger T know about it, the loss. It's unfortunate that we saw, especially a great matchup like the Tag Team Championship matchup from last week at the Classic, available for replay on our YouTube. It ended in such an unfortunate way, but Conducting Creed have been an incredibly impressive tag team.
Oh, what's going on?
Ethan Daniels and Tiger T.
This was destined to implode at some point.
As we mentioned, an odd couple and obviously a volatile combination.
These guys hate each other. You know what, Zach? You know what? I'm gonna go on the commissioner, put on my commissioner's hat right now. We've got one more show today.
Okay.
Since Creed's finding this so entertaining, we're gonna have us a triple threat. We're gonna have Tiger T versus Ethan Daniel versus Chris Creed later this afternoon.
A massive match made for our second show.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell Slim so he can let the fans know.
As the commissioner steps away to give instructions to the voice of League Alliance, Slim Matthew, we remind you we will be back with you later this afternoon for a second show here at Gusher Days in Gladewater, Texas.
Just made official by our commissioner of League Alliance just the same. At our 3 o'clock show, we will have a triple threat match between Tiger T, Ethan Daniels, and the Monster Creed.
That ought to be a good one.
Ethan Daniels sure does not seem to appreciate the matchup you made.
I don't
But
care.
a massive opportunity for him nonetheless.
Put me out of the match. I'm injured. I can't wrestle again.
Okay.
I can't wrestle
You'll
again.
be
I don't know how
okay.
bad this is. Are you going to pay my medical bills?
No, put some ice on it.
Ethan, come on. Go to the back.
Real quick, I'd like to introduce you to a couple folks. We are live on Twitch. Every time we are in D-Rocks, we are on YouTube, we're on TikTok. Anywhere you can find us on social media, follow League Alliance Wrestling. The man in charge of all that is Mr. Zach Beard. If we can give him a round of applause, please. Sitting right next to him, I did just bring him up. He is our commissioner of League Alliance Wrestling, Mr. Justin Sane. Let's keep this thing rolling. Let's go.
As I was mentioning, Ethan Daniels does not seem to appreciate the matchup you made, but every matchup has the potential to, kind of jostle the rankings and provide an opportunity.
It's scheduled for one fall with a 1 hour time limit, and it is for your League Alliance Tag Team Championship.
And the Monster Creed, though he's been primarily a tag team competitor lately, he's obviously been impressive, and getting a pinfall over him surely has to bring them up in the eyes of the commissioner.
It would. It's going to be a test for both guys.
And what I'm curious about is your feelings for the man coming into the ring right now is Cutthroat Grimes after your contest with him this past week at Gusher Days. Oh, and the digital media champion, Chris Preston, coming to join us for
Well,
the
you
moment.
see, I am the digital media champion. I have a tag team championship match right here. I need to make my presence felt on all forms of social media, so you have me right here. You're welcome.
Digital media champion Chris Preston, never short of words.
Never. This
But-
man has talked more than anyone else.
But we'll talk about him. It's hard not to at League Alliance. But before we do, as I mentioned, Cutthroat Grimes, your competitor in the Best of 5 Commissioner Series, and an insane, no pun intended, of course, just insane, matchup with Cutthroat Grimes. Very personal.
Very personal. But you know what?
Where do we go from here now? You're his boss now.
He does what he's told now. That's it. He does what he's told. He has no authority over anyone. I know recently he's decided to make a few changes. I mean, he fired Christopher Hayden. I've already undone that.
Indeed you did. We had the return of Christopher Hayden. Massive announcement next month, live at D-Rock's Gym, 7:30 p.m., May 20th. We have our Race to the Top Battle Royal.
Hey, Gusher Days! It is your digital media
As we
champion,
said,
Chris
never a shortage of
Preston.
words.
I know Gladewater, Texas isn't famous for championships, so if you want to see a real one, get up here and take a look at this. So Brett said he's from Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon ain't won a championship in forever, so there you go, kid. Get a good look. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the soon-to-be tag team champions. You're welcome.
And a lot to talk about in this matchup, but next to the ring, the Storm Chasers are League Alliance Tag Team Champions, and I don't know that I've ever seen a more exciting tag team.
1 month shy of a year.
Indeed, 1 month shy of a year.
They are able to hold on to their titles in this match here. Race to the Top makes 1 year for these guys as champions.
And what an exciting year it's been. A beloved team everywhere they go.
You can't help but love these guys.
Beautiful display of athleticism, and the match hasn't even began yet.
It's always exciting to watch these two.
So as we mentioned, Cutthroat Grimes, no power in League Alliance anymore. He'll do as he's told, you say, but he's never really good at that. It'll definitely be interesting to see going forward.
You know, Zach, the one thing that was requested if I won the match last weekend against him, the one thing that was requested by Christopher Hayden was to have Chris Grimes at #1 in Race to the Top. I took it just a little bit further and decided to put Hayden #2. Do you have any idea how entertaining that's going to be?
Oh, I can't wait to see it. It will be incredible. I can't wait to see Christopher Hayden get his hands once again on the man who fired him at the end of last year.
It was the beginning of this year.
Was it?
It was January.
January?
January.
And then we have Chris Preston, digital media champion. A lot of open challenges, a lot of matchups from Chris Preston coming from social media, as the intention of the digital media championship was. An impressive concept from the League Alliance board of directors. I'm sure you can't wait to make your own mark on how we run the digital media championship going forward.
You know, the digital media championship, that's definitely something new for League Alliance.
Beautiful stereo head scissors from the Storm Chasers, as both Chris's in this matchup, Chris Grimes and Chris Preston, roll to the outside. Rethink this a little bit. And Chris Preston finding a microphone again.
We're leaving. We're out of here. We're not coming back. To hell with the tag.
Gladewater don't need us. He's already got it.
We're not going anywhere. Aaron Storm and Keeling Sunrise not allowing them to walk off.
One thing's for sure, Chris Preston will find an open microphone wherever it may be.
Never a shortage of words. Never.
Never a shortage of talent either. His grading personality aside, he is one of the most impressive competitors we've ever seen in League of Lions. Also the most tenured wrestler in League of Lions. The most matches in League of Lions history, Chris Preston.
Is it?
Yes, sir. Not really even close, by about 30 matchups.
Wow, he's been beat up left and right then.
He's
I've
given
beat him
his.
up a few times.
You have?
I have.
Long storied history with Chris Preston, even an ill-fated casket match at one point. Chris Grimes taking control of Keelix Sunrise once again. Tag team titles are on the line. Massive opportunity for Chris Grimes.
And his first championship in LOL, wouldn't it?
It would be. And I think that's an impressive sign for the era of Just Insane. You just beat him a week ago and became the commissioner, and you've already given him an opportunity. If that doesn't say fair, I don't know what does. Beautiful dive from Keelix Sunrise to the outside as Aaron Storm and Chris Preston work their way back inside.
Yeah, this referee really has to get control of this match.
And Chris Grimes attacking Keelix Sunrise with both the ring post and the ringside barrier rope. As Aaron Storm takes to the top rope. An impressive arm drag. Storm Chasers are just so fun to watch. But that wasn't fun. A suplex onto the ring apron from Chris Grimes on the Keelix Sunrise. The action moving almost too fast to call. We get a Cazadora and a Bulldog from Aaron Storm. Super kick caught by Chris Grimes.
Right into a massive shot.
Oh, up and over onto the apron for Aaron Storm. Elbow sending Storm to the outside.
Most Storm Chasers taking it to Chris Grimes.
What does Chris Preston have in mind here? Massive dive from Chris Preston.
That is not something you see every day.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Chris Preston do that.
Look at Preston. Look at him.
Oh, massive throw into the rope.
Keelix into the room.
Chris Preston with control on Keelix Sunrise, but Keelix Sunrise fighting back. His momentum completely cut off by Chris Preston. A ring general at its finest.
So the action has finally slowed down just a little bit. Chris Preston and Chris Grimes, these two never teamed together before.
As we get a tag between Chris Preston and Chris Grimes.
The last tag match we had, Ethan Daniel and Tiger T never teamed together before. Those two didn't get along. These two seem like their eyes are on their eyes. They know what they want.
They've definitely decided to put it together for the greater good, the tag team championships. Oh, a low blow from Cutthroat Grimes. Impressive tag team work, as you mentioned. Chris Preston firmly in control on Keelix Sunrise after the double team.
These fans out here are not enjoying the double team work.
But fully engrossed, as always, are the fans here in Gladewater, Texas, when League Alliance comes to town. Keelix Sunrise fighting back. Oh, and a big boot stops the momentum completely.
Right in the mouth.
Chris Preston, veteran maneuver. He makes the tag, but he stands on Keelix Sunrise to give Chris Grimes an opportunity to come in and do some damage. Chris Grimes and Chris Preston isolating Keelix Sunrise.
Allowing him to
And biting the
his
finger.
hand.
Choking Keelix Sunrise now. You know, as much as these guys focus on their individual careers, they are an impressive showing together as a team today. It might be interesting to see what they do in the tag division should they come away victorious.
You wouldn't expect two guys with the egos that these two have to get along in the ring.
I'm not sure we have two bigger egos in League
We
Alliance.
absolutely do not. Just threatening him to tag again. Grimes is just taunting Keelix.
And taking
begging him
Keelix to the
tag.
top rope.
You know, as much as Keelix flies around, I'm not sure that's really a good idea. He's in his element now.
But full control from Chris Grimes at the moment. Not anymore. Well,
No. Massive spine buster.
a beautiful spine buster from Chris Grimes. You know, you get lost in the dirty tactics and the ego of Chris Grimes, but every now and then he reminds you just what a great wrestler he actually is.
Oh, he's a hell of a competitor. The strength of Sunrise.
A beautiful backflip onto the top rope into a blockbuster.
You know, I'm not sure there was a better way for him to set that up. Keelix knew what he wanted to do, and he did it.
Certainly gives points for style, as the Storm Chasers always do. A tag on both teams. Aaron Storm and Chris Preston, come into the ring. And these men have quite a history together.
They went at it one-on-one last year here at Gusher Days.
They did, and one of the most impressive moments of last year, a Blue Thunder bomb from Aaron Storm. As I was saying, one of the most impressive moments from Gusher Days last year, a beautiful springboard cutter from the top rope onto Chris Preston from Aaron Storm.
Yeah, that match had to be a candidate for match of the year. Aaron Storm telling the fans he's going to take him down.
A precarious position for Chris Preston, excuse me. A massive superplex, and Aaron Storm keeps a hold. And a massive Falcon Arrow reversal from Chris Preston.
You know that's not what Aaron Storm was hoping for.
A 2 count only, and Chris Preston just continues to show he is a ring general inside the squared circle. Crowd clearly letting Chris Preston know how they feel about him.
They absolutely love him. About as much as I do.
Old wounds run deep.
Real deep. Me and Chris have been beating each other for close to around 15 years.
Aaron Storm sends Chris Preston up and over, and a roll through the middle row. Oh! And we usually see Chris Preston hit a DDT from there, but Aaron Storm, keeping his wits about him, throws Chris Preston off. Another Cazadora from Aaron Storm, but Chris Preston turns it into a backbreaker.
Chris Preston can hit a backbreaker from just about anywhere.
Another 2 count on Aaron Storm. The tag team title still on the line at the moment.
Come on, Storm! This is my boy, Storm. Come over here.
Chris Grimes taking out Keelik Sunrise. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing a more aggressive referee stopping that. As we see what appears to be a setup. Oh!
He was going for that lumbar check, you know he was.
Absolutely, but Aaron Storm rolls him up. A 2 count only. Another suplex. Oh, a springboard cutter by Aaron Storm. As I was saying, another suplex on the apron from Chris Grimes on the Keelik Sunrise. But the springboard cutter gets it done for Aaron Storm.
And still your League Lions Tag Team Champions, the Storm Chasers.
And as the voice of League Alliance, Slim Matthews says, still your tag team champions, the Storm Chasers. And we go next to May 20th. D-Rock's Gym, Marshall, Texas. Race to the top. We will see the Storm Chasers at Race to the Top, where they will be over a year as the tag team champions.
That was actually a very impressive showing by Grimes and Preston.
I believe, anyways, they will be a year at Race to the Top. Do they have a tag team championship match on the second show?
I don't think we do.
Chris Grimes and Chris Preston obviously not happy with that result.
There's only one tag team in League Alliance history that's held the title longer than the Storm Chasers.
Go to your calendar. Check out May 20th. May 20th at D-Rock's Gym in Marshall. We're going to have one of our titles top. Royal, the crown, and #1 contender for our League Alliance Championship. 20 men vying for the chance to be the man. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to our League Alliance champion, T.D. Shepherd.
League Alliance champion T.D. Shepherd here in Gladewater, Texas. The crowd firmly behind him already.
Championship, May 20th, race to the top. You're going to have at least 20 people trying to get a shot at that. What you got to say, big man?
Any one of those 20 men who wants a piece of me. Anybody, I don't care who wins the Battle Royal. Too. Hey, man, it's good to be back here at
I believe
Gladewater.
Shepard just issued an open challenge to anyone here.
A fighting champion, TD Shepard has been since he won that championship in December, I
Who want a
believe,
shot at this title? Come on out, I'm waiting.
at the end of the Digital Media Championship tournament.
The legalized championship. We got Undertakers in the back.
An ominous feeling coming over the crowd as we have the return of Stonewall Rimpson to League of Lions.
This is definitely going to be ultimate challenge for our champion.
A massive hoss fight between these two powerhouses.
TD definitely not backing down.
Well, I guess we have our main event for the first show today. TD Shepard and Stonewall Rimpson. And as we prepare to start this main event, League of Lions Championship match between TD Shepard and Stonewall Rimpson. It's time to pay the bills. League of Lions Wrestling available to you on YouTube, twitch.tv/League of Lions Pro Wrestling, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Am I forgetting anything, Commissioner Sane?
I didn't hear what all you said. Zach.
TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, twitch.tv,
Instagram. We got our social media bases covered.
Come find us, League of Lions Pro Wrestling, quality pro wrestling every time we come to you.
This ought to be a hard-hitting contest.
You know, usually it's the power game of TD Shepard that impresses in his matchups, but I'm not sure he's going to have the power advantage he usually enjoys today.
I don't think so. Stonewall Rimpson has a ton of power himself.
As we see, I don't remember the last time that a shoulder tackle from TD Shepard did not put his opponent down.
That one took him down.
The running shoulder tackles weren't getting it done, so TD Shepard flies into the shoulder tackle. Stonewall Rimpson taking a breather, collecting his thoughts.
TD Shepard, you see, he was just caught in the air, rammed into the post. Zach, what is in the air today? Everybody is deciding to fly at Gusher days.
Well, in this festival atmosphere, you pull out your best. The crowd, it feels so close. It feels like such a, for lack of a better term, a festive environment you want to show off.
We seen Chris Preston flying earlier today. We just seen TD Shepard fly.
When is the last time we saw Chris Preston fly?
It's been a while.
Perhaps that ill-fated casket match we talked about earlier.
He flew the way he didn't want to then.
The flying was great. The landing he may need to work on. Stonewall with the pin. 2 count.
Shepard trying to fight back.
As I've mentioned, we've seen the League of Lions champion struggle against proficient technical wrestlers and against high flyers. Never have we seen him struggle this much in a power battle. As a straight right hand from Stonewall Rimpson puts TD Shepard on his back.
When is the last time someone just punched Shepard in the mouth and knocked him down?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Is Shepard going to tap out, Zach? What do you think?
It's hard for me to imagine TD Shepard giving up, but it's also hard for me to imagine somebody punishing him like Stonewall Rimpson has the ability to do.
Well, he's not tapping out, I'll tell you that much. Close 2 count. Stonewall ribs and setting up for something.
TD Shepard back in control, a headbutt to Stonewall Rimpson.
I'm not sure who that had more effect on.
I'm not sure that's going to get it done. Stonewall Rimpson is a tough man. He has been all his life, and nothing is bigger proof of that than his tenure. Remy was a Marine before he was a professional wrestler. We thank him for his service, whether we like his attitude or not lately. But that just speaks volumes to the toughness of Stonewall Rimpson.
The man is tough. And we said it a minute ago, the man punched TD Shepard in the mouth and knocked him on his back. Never seen that before. Trying to mount some offense.
A beautiful drop kick from TD Shepard. But Rimpson already coming back to his feet. As I mentioned, the toughness of Stonewall Rimpson cannot be overstated. Beautiful power slam. A struggle to get Rimpson up. A powerhouse on powerhouse. And a 2 count off of the power slam.
Shepard not agreeing with the referee. You know he wants this match to end as quick as he can.
And generally you don't see that from Shepard arguing with a referee, but that may be a sign of the struggle of this matchup as we see a slam of his own from Stonewall Rimpson getting a 2 count. This challenge may be his toughest yet since he doesn't have the power advantage. And that may be leading to a little bit of frustration, leading him to argue with the ref.
Yeah, when you don't have the advantage that you're used to, it definitely takes a toll on you.
Smart move from TD Shepard working to the ropes, but equally smart is Stonewall Rimpson breaking the hold on the ropes and pulling TD Shepard away from him.
Like a modified armbar.
absolutely an armbar aspect of it, but he's also got the legs wrapped around the head of TD Shepherd. It may also be a modified triangle choke.
Not sure exactly what it was.
Effective is what it was.
It was effective.
Oh, and that looked like a sky-high attempt from TD Shepherd, the move that has won him many, many matches, but he didn't seem to get all of it. And a 2 count only off of it.
That was so close.
As I mentioned, almost in desperation, TD Shepherd pleading with the referee for a 3 count.
Can't help but think what's going through Shepherd's head right now.
He's got to be wondering what he has to do to put Remy down for good.
He just hit him with his best shot. Put him to sleep.
A sleeper into a side headlock, into a back
headlock
suplex, lift into a headlock takeover.
I got all of that one.
And a massive sky high. And a 3 count from TD Shepherd. TD Shepherd retains his League Alliance
Winner
championship.
of the match, and still your League Alliance champion, TD Shepherd.
And while TD Shepherd has retained his League Alliance championship, I think this is the first time that we've seen a real struggle from TD Shepherd beyond what we've ever seen before.
He issued the open challenge. He challenged anyone here. I'm not sure he would have done that knowing Stonewall Remsen was here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for allowing us to do what we do. We will return right here at 3 p.m. with 5 big more matches. League Alliance Wrestling's. Our initials might be LOL, but we ain't no joke. See you in a little bit.
And as TD Shepherd soaks in the admiration of the fans after his successful League Alliance championship defense, we will take a short break here tonight. We'll be back with you at 3 p.m. for our second show tonight.